Well, as we all know, with advancements in technology, data is something that we have in abundance of, and the challenge is how to use them to make better decisions. Now, if I had to think of areas where data is applied in finance to make better decisions and to optimize deployment of capital and so on and so forth, three examples come readily to mind. The first one is something that many of us might have encountered, which is personal lending decisions. You have a lending app. You tap in your details and it makes a lending decision for you. Now, a lot of that is data driven. It draws on data about yourself. It draws about data that's out there that it can make use of to make that lending decision. So that's very different from walking into a bank, meeting a credit officer, and submitting your application. So that's one very obvious place where data is being used to make financial decisions, hopefully better decisions than we were making earlier. A couple of other places where data is used, the other place that comes to mind is when it comes to banking post the 2008 global financial crisis. One of the things that has happened is that regulators have come up with fairly challenging and sophisticated ways that banks need to deploy to measure how much regulatory capital they need to set aside. Regulatory capital is set aside to make banks stronger, to make their balance sheet stronger, so that our money is safer in these banks. Now, a lot of these regulatory capital calculations, they are complex, and as we speak, data analysis being used extensively in making sure that banks do the best that they can with the money that they have, deployed in the smartest possible way, so that the regulatory capital usage is optimized. With regulations getting complex, it's fairly easy to lose your way and end up being suboptimally deployed as far as your capital is concerned. So that's another area where a lot of work is being done currently. Not so much in India yet, but in the UK, in the US, a lot of work is being done on this area. The third space that comes to mind where data could be deployed is in the area of asset management in India. Over the last 12 to 24 months, we've had a fair few circulars and regulations come out of SEBI, and they bring with them fairly challenging regulatory requirements that mutual funds need to adhere to. And along with that, we've had mutual funds have to use more data to manage themselves. And it has also created an interesting class of optimization problems, because you have various different regulations pulling in different directions. So you have a new class of problems emerging in the asset management space in India, which are optimization problems. Those are some of the areas that come to mind where data science can be used and is being used in financial services.